Welcome. This is yoga. So let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable seated position with your hands onto your lap and just start swaying around, feeling grounded through your seat bones, lifted through the crown of your head. We're just going to do a gentle warm up for the first few minutes. Then we'll go into some down dogs, some three-legged down dogs, into some warriors, and then also into some pigeons and hamstring stretches. So you get a nice overall stretch, and we'll also target the shoulders as well. So as you feel guided, go ahead and reverse that direction of your sway, feeling nice and lifted through that spine, grounded through the seat bones. Good. And coming to a neutral position, start rolling your shoulders and try to pretend like somebody's giving you a massage. Just through the shoulders as you ground through your spine into the seat bones and lift through that crown of your head. Just isolate through the shoulders. Get as deep as you want to go with those circles. And go the other way. Get nice and open. And then the next time that your shoulders are low, stay here and just move that head side to side. Gentle little movements, a slight tuck with that chin in toward your chest, but really just lengthen out through your neck. Reaching that head up as high as you can as you move it side to side. And now start adding a little bit of a turn, a little bit of a sway, keeping your neck long. Just look a little bit more one direction and the other direction. Now we're going to start adding our body with it. So before it was just the head, now start moving the torso with that. Use those hands on your lap to help making sure that spine is nice and long, creating even more space. And coming back to center. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, round down. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, round down. Think of that cat-cow type of motion. Good. Rounding and arcing. Move with that breath. And next time you round down, look one way, all the way up to that other shoulder, and the other way. So whatever direction that you're looking, look all the way up. We're rounding in the middle, looking up to each side. Good. Do about two more each direction. And coming back to center, take your hands in front of you, rock yourself up, coming to a tabletop position in that center of your mat. Go back into that rounding and arcing, trying to take it just a little bit deeper than you were before. Add a little bit more tuck in that tailbone, a little bit more lift in the chin as you undulate through the spine, moving through that cat-cow. Work any little kinks out. Shimmy side to side as you feel guided, as it feels good. And then the next time you come into that rounded spine, curl your toes, press into your down dog, and just walk your dog. Walk your dog, opening up through your shoulders, straightening your back, Start working out any kinks. We're gonna stay here about 10 breaths. If at any time you need to, you can move back into your tabletop position. If you feel like too much blood is coming to your head, always come back into your tabletop, or you can even push it into a child's pose. Otherwise, if you feel good, just keep breathing. Try to tuck that chin in towards your chest. Good, about 5 more deep breaths. And then we're gonna put all the weight onto our right side, extend our left leg up and coming into a warrior one. Keep swaying back and forth in this down dog. Another 2 more deep breaths. Now put all the way onto your right foot, extend your left leg up, stay here, breathe. Try to point your hips down. So don't let that left hip open up. Point that hip down, so really feel that stretch on your right side. Deep breath. On the exhalation, bend that left knee, point the knee up. Now here's where you open up through that hip, deep breath. Exhale, thread the foot through, step forward, take that right foot out to an angle, come into your warrior one. Right foot out to an angle, left foot points forward, arms up. Tuck in that tailbone, straighten your spine, try to make sure that left hip goes in line with your right hip. Palms touch together, you could interlace the outer 3 fingers. Lengthen through that spine, open up through the shoulders, adjust your stance as needed so that both hips can point forward. Breathe. Good, 1 more deep breath. On the exhalation, keep your arms up by your ears, but start hinging forward as you straighten out your front leg. Try to point the hands forward. That front leg straightens. Good. Breathe here. You should be feeling a nice deep stretch through this front leg. Keep reaching forward as you shift those hips back. 3 more breaths. On the exhalation, put a little bend in that front knee, hands come down, point toes forward, take it back into your down dog, back to walking your dog. Work out any tension, that chin stays tucked into your chest, back stays nice and straight, breathe, walk it out. Good. About 2 more deep breaths, and we're going to put all the weight onto our left side. And next time that your weight is on the left side, extend that right leg back, but point the hips down. Keep pushing all the way back towards your heel. Stay here, deep breath. Point the hips down. Exhale, bend that right knee, point it up to the sky. Another deep breath. Exhale, thread that foot forward, step in between your hands. Take that left foot out to an angle. Reach your arms up by your ears. Make sure that right hip shifts back in line with your left hip. Tuck in the tailbone, draw the belly up. Open those shoulders. Adjust your stance as needed so you're wide but still pointing forward. 3 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, keep those arms up by your ears, but start hinging forward from the hips. Straighten that front leg. We're reaching forward with our arms and pressing back with our hips. Breathe. 5 breaths. Good. On the exhalation, lower both hands down, put that bend in your front knee, point the toes forward and take it back into your downward facing dog. You can walk your dog or you can just hold your down dog, 5 breaths. Good, keep breathing. Now we're going to extend that left leg again. Right leg is onto the floor. Point and flex your right foot. The one that's on the floor, lift up the heel and lower. That left leg just going to hang out high up as you can. Lift and lower that right heel. And the next time that right heel lowers, stay there. Extend that left leg back even farther. Breathe. Now bend that left knee, open up to the ceiling, stay here. If you can do it, 5 breaths. Remember, if you need to, you can always move back in that tabletop position. Really try to stretch out that hip on that left side. Keep pushing that weight into your right heel. 2 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, thread it through, step that left foot in between your hands. Right foot goes out to an angle. Stay low. Adjust your stance so that you can position that left shoulder onto your left knee. Left shoulder onto your left knee. Start taking your hands behind you. Bring those arms up if you can. Shift as low as comfortable. Those arms up high. Stretch out your shoulders. Breathe. Good. 3 more deep breaths. Now you can stay here or option to release your hands. Take this left arm in front of the left leg and then reach your arms behind you. So right arm goes behind, left arm threads under that left leg, gaze upward, breathe. Good, 2 more deep breaths. If you need to, you can just open up like this with your arms open if you don't want to bind. Good, 1 more deep breath. On the exhalation, both hands come back under your shoulders. Point that back toe forward. Take it back into your down dog. Walk out your dog. Walk it out. That chin into your chest. Back nice and straight. Good. And now we're going to put all the way onto that left side. Extend your right leg up high. Lift and lower. Left heel. Left side this time. Just try to float that right leg up. All of your focus is on the left side. Lifting and lowering through that heel. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and let that heel stay down. Bend your right knee, point it up to the ceiling. Gaze upward. So you open up through that hip. Breathe. Good. 3 more deep breaths and we'll thread it through. And on the exhalation, thread that leg in between your hands. Take that left leg out to an angle. This right shoulder is going to rest onto the right knee. So find your position there. Have that right shoulder on your right knee. Take your hands behind you. Use a strap if you need to. And then stretch out those shoulders. Widen your stance if it feels good. 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 Keep bringing those arms up as much as available for you. 3 more deep breaths. On your exhalation, option to unbind and take your right hand. Your right hand is going to go on the inside part of your leg with the option to reach your left arm up, or you could bind, take your left arm behind you, thread your right arm under your leg, and catch your fingers behind you. Use a strap if you need to. Good. 5 more deep breaths. Stretch out those shoulders. Really try to look up. One more deep breath. On the exhalation, release your hands back under your shoulders. Curl that toe behind you so you can press into your down dog. Walk it out. Loosen up any tension. Let your hips move, the knees move. Twist a little bit in the waist. Exaggerated movements through that down dog. Good. That feels good. You can stay anywhere. Breathe into it. 3 more deep breaths. Trying to remember to tuck that chin into your chest. And then all the weight is going to go back onto the right side. Left leg's going to come back up. Bend the knee in, come forward, and back. You can adjust your stance just a little bit. When it comes in, you can let your spine round and take it back. While you're here, when you take it back, really think about deepening that stretch through the right leg. And this is kind of going to help us warm up into it. Good. One more, and then we're going to keep the leg, left leg back there. Keep it back. Bend the knee, point it up, stretch out through that hip. Think about it. Think about that hip stretching on the left and the heel on the right, pressing down into the ground. Good. Keep breathing. 3 more deep breaths. Okay, now we're going to bring that knee in to the right shoulder. So instead of coming right into the middle, like we did before, that left knee should be aiming toward the right shoulder or to the right elbow. Cross it over the midline of your body, over to that right side. Okay, one more, and then we're gonna just try to hold that left knee near the right shoulder. So that left knee should be rested on the right shoulder, or sorry, the right forearm. If you wanted to, you can try to come into a one-sided crow. So we're just resting on that right forearm. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And on the exhale, take it back into your down dog, new down dogs, side to side, walking the dog. And then we're going to take all that weight back to the right foot. Extend the left leg up. Now we're bringing it to the outside arm. To the outside arm. Left arm, left knee. We're going to take 5 more of these. In and out, and then we're going to come into a pigeon. Two, 3, 4, 1 more, in and out, and then bring that leg all the way up, set it right down in front of you, start finding your pigeon. I think most of you guys have done pigeon before. Remember, if you want to, grab your block, or you can move on to your back into a figure 4. Take your time. We're going to be here about 1 minute. So take your time getting here. Adjust your body at your own availability. For me, I like to start off high, make sure my form is correct. And then as I get more comfortable, start lowering down. This is a pose to surrender in. And the surrendering can start to feel like relaxation and calmness. Try to breathe out any tension, any resistance. Keep breathing here, another 2 breaths, and then we're gonna have the option to walk it over to the right side. All right, if it feels good, start walking over to the right, and you could press into the ground, or you could perch up onto your forearms or a block. 5 breaths here. And on your exhalation, start walking it over to the other side, either perching up on the forearms or straightening out the arms, and breathe. 5 more deep breaths. Try to consciously breathe into any resistance, any tension, or if you're not feeling any of that, just consciously breathe into your muscles. One more deep breath here. On the exhalation, bring it back to center, hands under your shoulders. Press into a high pigeon, as high as you want to go. And we're going to have the option to bind, bending your back knee, catching that foot. 5 breaths. On the exhalation, release your bind if you have one. Curl that toe behind you so you can press up into your down dog. Walk out your dog. So we're going to do the same thing, other side. And actually switch. So you need about 5 breaths to just walk it out. Then when you're ready, put all the weight onto your left foot. Extend that right leg out, nice and long. Deep breath. Exhale, thread it through right in the middle. Stretch out, bring it in. It's in the center, in between your arms. Good, about 2 more. And we're gonna start crossing it over the midline of the body. 2. All right, and the next time that you come in, this time we're gonna take it to the inside arm, the left arm, and out. Cross it over that midline, in and out. Now, if you do want to try that one-sided crow position, the next time that the knee comes in, you could try to balance on that forearm, taking both legs to the side. Up to you. It's like sometimes I can do it and sometimes I can't. Good. And take it back into that down dog. This time, our leg is coming to the right. Out and to the right. To that outside arm. Take about 5 more, then we'll find our pigeon. Three, 2, good. And the next time that leg comes in, find your pigeon. Take your time getting there. Use that block under your hip if you need to. Make sure that long leg in the back starts walking over to the right side or to the opposite side. If you have your left leg, it goes to the right. And just at your own availability, your own comfort, you can start lowering down. Take your time. You're gonna be here about a full minute. Breathe into any resistance. Release that tension. Here's where you should really start to be able to breathe through it. You have 5 more breaths right here, and then we'll move one side and then the other side. If you're feeling good where you're at, you can stay there. Or if you want to, walk it over to the right side, either cropping on your forearms or stretching out the arms. 5 more deep breaths. Good. On the next exhalation, you have the option to walk to your other side. Remember, you could prop up or you could stretch out. 5 more breaths. On the exhalation, start walking it back to center. Come into your high pigeon with that option to bend the knee behind you and bind, catching your foot, or just stay in your high pigeon. 5 breaths. On the exhalation, gently release, curl that toe behind you so you can press into your downward facing dog and walk out that dog or just hold your dog. This will be our last down dog of the day, so make it your own. You're gonna keep opening up through the seat bones, keeping your back nice and straight. 5 more deep breaths. On your exhalation, lower your knees all the way down to the ground. Relax your feet. Come up so you're just on your knees. Interlace your fingers behind you. Use a strap if you need to. Start straightening out your arms, lifting up your chin, opening up your chest, pushing your hips forward. We're going to take this binded camel type pose, and then we're going to come into a camel pose. So 5 breaths of this, and then we'll come into the full camel. Keep your knees in line with your hips, maybe a little bit wider. Stretch out those shoulders. Keep pushing those hips forward. Try to lift up the arms just a little bit more. 2 more deep breaths. On your exhalation, release your bind. Start finding your heels. Use your block if you need to. If you need to, grab that block and open up just a little bit more through the heart. Press those hips forward. Good. Breathe. 5 more breaths. And slowly start unwinding into an extended arm child's pose. Let your knees widen with a little stretch through the inner thighs, but really focus on that stretch through the back, pressing all of your weight in towards your seat bones. Breathe. And on the exhalation, slowly start taking your hands back under your shoulders, bring your knees a little bit closer together, cross your legs behind you, and then rock your legs forward. Find your ring or your strap. We're gonna come all the way onto your back, hook your right foot onto your ring, really it doesn't matter which side, with your ring or your strap, and just start Dynamically warming up, bending and lengthening through the knee. Think about feet staying flexed here. And when you lengthen, extending through the heel. And the next time you have that long, beautiful leg, widen your toes, and then try to reach your right foot towards your left shoulder if you're on your right foot. For that left shoulder, you could use your right hand to gently press on your leg, not on the knee, but above the knee, or you can massage the hamstring as you pull that right foot towards your left shoulder with your left hand. You can use both hands if it feels good. Just really think about letting that muscle lengthen and stretch. Massage it if you need to, or help stretch and strengthen it out, whatever feels good. Good. Got 2 more deep breaths right here. And now take that right leg over to the right side. Stretching out your inner thigh. Try not to let your left hip bone lift off the ground. And then as much as comfortable for you, you can bring that right leg towards your body if it feels good, while you try to keep it straight. Widen those toes, extend through the heel. Good, 1 more deep breath. And then let it go all the way over to the left side, crossing over the midline of your body. Look to the right and leg is to the left. Should feel like a nice spinal twist here too. Good, 1 more breath. And on the exhalation, bring it back to center and switch sides. And the left foot, or whatever side you were doing before, make sure you do the opposite. Start with the bend and lengthen. This just warms up the hamstring. Or hamstring's already a little bit warmed up, but it's good to contract it and lengthen it before we really stretch into it. Good. And when you're ready, just keep it long. Flex the toes. Extend through your heel and bring this left foot towards your right shoulder, with that option to massage the leg to get deeper into it. Keep breathing. Breathe through any resistance, massage it out, stretch it out. And when you're ready, take it over to the left side without your right hip bone lifting up. Stretch it as much as comfortable for you. Good. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths here. And the exhalation takes us all the way across the midline of our body, over to the right side, look to the left, and try to keep that shoulder onto the ground. Keep stretching that leg out, bringing it towards you, that spinal twist. 5 breaths. And the exhalation brings us back to center. Release the ring. Let the legs just go long. Start getting comfortable. For your Savasana, the legs go long with the feet all out to the side, arms long with the palms facing up. Lengthen your spine with your shoulders feeling grounded, your hips grounded. Just feel that gravity of the earth sinking you in. Feel the breath inside of you, lifting you up. Feel the balance and the unity within inside of you. Perfect balance of vertical and horizontal. Feeling that inhalation lifting you up. And the exhalation bringing you back down. Try to notice that space in between the inhalation and exhalation. And within those spaces, within your breath, the awareness of now, the presence of now. Just remember that no matter what is going on around you, you always have your breath. Always bringing yourself back to the moment and looking for things that feel good, looking for things to appreciate. Looking for that feeling of joy. Knowing that it's within you and all around you. Begin making small movements, wiggling fingers and toes, moving your head side to side, blinking your eyes. When you're ready, bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice hug, gently rocking side to side. And start finding your right side. Lay here just for a breath or two in your seed pose where we all began. And when you're ready, use the left hand to press you into seated position. Inhaling the arms all the way up, stretch even your fingers, deep breath in. Exhale, twist one way, arms come down, let the arms help you and keep exhaling as you twist. Inhaling the arms back up. Stretch them out and exhale as you twist the other way. The arms come down to help you twist and exhale. Inhaling those arms back up. Palms touch at the top. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring it into your heart center. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.